All right, everybody, totally buenos dias. Welcome to another Traveling Costa Rica video. Today, we are in Buenos Aires, little town in Puntarenas Province. A little bit out of the way, We're going to be doing a walking tour down in the area here. And we'll check out some of these shops here, see what's around here. And we'll finish off up in the park. Guys, if this is your first time joining, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification so you get notified when we upload a new video during our travels here in Costa Rica. And as always, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this area. If you've been here, you know anything locally about the area that you can share with us, or just say hello. Guys, before we begin the walking tour, let's talk about where Buenos Aires is and how to get here.
So guys, the nearest international airport is San Jose, where you'll get your rental car airport transfer, start heading south over the winding hill of death through San Isidro, through all the pineapple fields.
And then you will arrive right around here in this area, agriculture area. Guys, driving in here, we drove through tons and tons of pineapple fields. It was pretty cool seeing all the pineapples growing. There's a little soda here. There's a lot of sodas right here in town. So guys, we've done a video up in this area before. Leave me a comment if you want the link for that video. I'll put it in the description below, along with some useful gear that I use while I'm traveling here in Costa Rica. We went up in the hills. I'll show you kind of the direction to a hot springs resort. It was in the Indigenous territory. Really cool. We met the owner there. Arnold kind of manages the place. And there was hot springs there, and it was pretty wild. There was a hot spring pool and a cold spring pool. And we just went back and forth and, you know, squeezing like lemons that were growing right on the property into our water, into the cold spring water that we were drinking. It was pretty awesome. Now, there's some shops down here. And you guys have a lot of interest in the motorcycle scene here in Costa Rica. A lot of questions. And of course, I'm just a BC Moto guy. So there are motorcycles. There's some 200s. Serpento, that's the same brand that I use. There's some dirt bikes. So what's a dirt bike cost? A Honda dirt bike is about $4,000. What else do we got? Serpento. So Serpento's like the kind of Chinese brand. It's cheaper. What is this? This ATV is about $3,800. They're about American. What are these ones? Serpento. So this is a dirt bike. This one's only about $2,200. Freedom. So Freedom, I think, is another Chinese brand, but it's like a step up from the Serpentos. What are the Freedoms looking at? So that's like a dirt bike. It's about $2,700 US for that. So if you come here to Costa Rica, these are pretty good options. I would consider getting something like this. This is kind of the next step I'm going to be looking at. What is it? What does it cost actually? About $2,600 for that. I think that's kind of what I'd be getting, like an adventure bike, put some boxes on the back so I can travel around. These ones are pretty cool just for booting around town. I see a lot of guys that are going to work booting around in those. And these little Novas, these are like a knockoff of Hondas. They got tiny little tires. Super economy on them. About $2,000 for one of those. I probably wouldn't take that on the highway with the little tiny tires. I wouldn't want to be going too fast with that one. And there's a BC Moto. What's the BC Moto costing? $1,200. Yeah, so this one's got pedals. So right as of now, this one doesn't require a license or the yearly inspection or the licensing fee. But that might change in the near future. Now, I saw a bus stop around here. It was a bus stop. Actually, it's up at the next corner. I'll show you guys that. This store has tons of stuff here. Bicycles, they got appliances and everything like that. And they just got Casado at a place right up here. Doing a little trip, guys. So this trip is a mini trip. We're going down to the Osa Peninsula. I think Puerto Jimenez is where we're heading to. Got to check that out. Apparently, we can look for gold down there. There's some attraction where you can get gold. The corner store there. Very cool. So, guys, the mountains off in the distance. They're kind of cloud cover now, but we'll see if we can get a good shot of them. Here's a meat store. Here's the soda that I just had. Casado. I have very delicious. Everywhere I go to get Casado, it's just always delicious. It's always delicious. Got a traveling companion for this one. We're doing a moto tour. There's the chariot, just all strapped out. Here's the Casado. I was too big to go on that. I tried. So guys, there is a farmer's market here, presumably in this building right here. I don't know what day it occurs on. Right now there's kids in there playing basketball. I can hear them. There's the bus stop right there. So there's the bus station. So if you're coming this way, there's the bus station. And I've seen some of the intercity buses going up and down the roads there. So that's probably where you get on the bus. What's going on over here? What's going on over here? M Express. It's like an electronics store. There's Musmanni. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. That's where I get coffee all the time. They've reliably been in every single town. And they have coffee. Is it the best coffee? Yeah, not really. It's not really boutique coffee, but man, I would go to some pretty extreme ends to get caffeine in my body. You know what I mean? Wouldn't involve drinking. There's a kids thing. Kids play thing. So you can see up in the mountains there, guys. So in this area, there's a lot of like hot springs. Actually, up ahead, there's a little sign that says all the tourist stuff. It's in this area. There's some more. What's over there? Some looks like food. Maybe a soda or a restaurante. That's excellent, excellent. So there's the Z part of Toto's. The Wi-Fi. So as always in the public parks, you can find the Wi-Fi here. But if you're coming here, check out the eSIM. If your phone supports it, you can configure your phone to get a data connection. I have a link down in the description for Saily. And I've used it here. It's very good, very fast. So you can configure your phone before you even come on your vacation here in Costa Rica. So you get data. But at a lot of the beaches, there's this free Wi-Fi too. Now this area here in Buenos Aires is indigenous. There's a lot of indigenous culture. And these are like the round stones. I don't know everything about them, but you'll see them a lot here in Costa Rica. It's pretty dope. We've seen them at in San Jose a lot too, at the museums. So there's all the shops and everything. There's the Justice League right there. If you're a bad boy, you end up there with them. Let's go, where are we going next? I don't know, we'll go this way. Who knows? So it's pretty interesting here. I came from like Pérez Zeledón and now we're north of here. And I think we're at a much lower elevation and it's hot here. It's like hot and the mountains actually look like huge too. I think it's because we're lower, but these mountains are not as big as Chiripo, which is in Pérez Zeledón, which is our north. But they certainly look huge off in the distance there. So where are we in here? Here's the tourist map. Interesting. So this shows you where we are in Costa Rica, right? So the San Jose airport's probably about right there. Liberia airport's probably right about there. And this area is down here. Cool. So I'll take a picture of that. Maybe put it up on the website. Okay, here's a small town map right there. So pause that video if you want to see that. And now this is the bigger kind of area map. All right. So lots of stuff. What do we got here? Restaurants. Okay, cabinas. So if you're coming through here, there's some cabinas you can check out. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And here's the sign. Here's the sign, the quintessential sign. I think all the towns in Costa Rica have kind of done this. They do a nice little sign that tells you where you are, and it often has like cool, you know, like local stuff like inlaid in the letters. I like it. It's pretty cool. There's a little soda, it looks like. Banco Nacional guys always say, like, if you're coming to Costa Rica and you want to take out cash, that's where I take out cash right there with my credit card. I find it's like the most reliable and the cheapest. So now look at this. Let's zoom right in there. Look at the mountains. So the place where we went to, I think it was called like Urahaz. And it may have been there, guys, but there's like these spines that come off the ridge line. That's the Parque Amistad. It goes between here and Panama, which Panama is south. And the whole park is there, and that's all like indigenous land. And there's just a huge mountain range that kind of goes north-south. And all these spines come off the mountain, and in each spine there's a river. So if you're coming up here and you're looking for rivers and wildlife, definitely check these kind of areas out. And this is like off the beaten path, right? You can even see on the tourist sign, it was all Spanish, right? So, you know, a lot of the places where foreigners come visit, stuff will be in English and Spanish, but here it's just Spanish, right? So it's probably less busy, maybe better prices if you're coming on vacation. Like if I was coming here on a second vacation, maybe I'd come down here. Like if you've already done the beaches, you know, you've done La Fortuna, come down here, right? Get a quiet experience. You'd probably want a rental car though, if you're coming down here. And here's the church. It's closed right now, it looks like. We'll get a nice little picture of the church. Very cool. And now look it off in the distance here. I'm going to zoom in there. I'm going to zoom in there. Look at the mountains off in the distance. Just incredible. There's some more shots of the mountains there. And it's pretty wild too. Like you may be able to see it on the camera, right? There's like a road like right up there. There's like a little, looks like a dirt road, and the mountains have kind of been cleared, and they run cattle up on the hills. So just incredible, the incredible amount of work that the first pioneers that came down here would have done to make all this agriculture land growable, right? So very nice, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that talking tour here in Buenos Aires, Puntarenas Province of Costa Rica. Hit like for me. As always, hit subscribe, leave me a comment, say what's up. Say que tal. Let me know where you're watching from. Hope you guys enjoyed that talking tour. We're going to continue down south here. I don't actually know where we're going to end up. We'll see. Just stay tuned for the next video. Bye now.